Welcome to Face to Face. Our guest today is Indian American singer Anuradha Palakurthi, who has produced several albums, also has sang with many celebrities from Bollywood. And today we are going to talk to her about her upcoming performance at India Day here in Boston, which also is going to be a spectacular show where I am told that the 35 towns and cities across New England are going to hoist Indian flag at their town halls and city halls, which is absolutely amazing. And Anuradha, that you are going to be also part of this great event coming up with Vijay Kumarji. And the interesting angle I'm told, and that's why we are talking today, is there are going to be a few songs in about 8 to 10 different Indian languages, and you are going to sing most of them with Vijay Kumar. You know, he's going to be with you. So let's start with how this concept came, how this idea came, and what type of songs we are going to sing.
Right. Thank you, Pendra. Yes, I hope it's going to be the maximum attendance ever for this India Independence Day celebration. So, India will be 73 years old on August 15th, and we have to celebrate that. It's been a very tough time, a very rough time for the entire world, I think, and especially for India with loss of life due to COVID, the plight of the migrant workers, and I think also most important thing is that we lost lives. We lost 20 soldiers on the front. So to highlight the oneness of India, India is a country of so many dialects, so many languages. I thought it will be very wonderful to highlight that oneness, to bring this unique show called One India, where we use music as our, tool to bring everybody together and to celebrate independence of India. So that is why it's going to be something about languages. India is a country of over 30 languages, I think, and so many, maybe 600 dialects. So I think we are celebrating that.
So what are some of the languages which are going to be, the songs will be sung in?
See, Vijay Prakash is a brilliant playback singer. He has sung, I think, as far as I know, all South Indian languages, movies, Hindi, Gujarati. So he's very talented. So he's the perfect person to do this. So as far as I know, I don't want to give out too much, give away
Sure,
the
okay.
number of languages and the languages, but I do know that he's singing at least 6 to 8 languages, and I'm trying to fill in. The thing is, both of us are South Indians. That's our mother tongue, so we can cover South of India, and he's covering some other languages. So
I always thought you were from Delhi somehow. No, I'm just kidding.
yes, I grew up in New Delhi, but my mother tongue is Tamil and to some extent Malayalam. My mother's from Kerala. So Vijay and I can cover South Indian languages, and I know that he is covering a lot of South Indian languages. So I picked some very unique language. I picked a Kashmiri song. Kashmiri song was brought to me by Sunena. She's
Sunana
been
Kachru.
asking, yes, Sunena Kachru. She's been asking me to sing Kashmiri song, and I thought this is a perfect time to celebrate the beauty of Kashmir, and you know, so she has helped me with that. And the other song that I'm going to sing in another language is Assamese. For that, I have to thank 78 batch, my husband's batchmate, Hemanta Sharma, for picking that song. So I have been hearing that song for a long time, since I met Prashant. He's been singing that song. So I think this is the time to sing that song. And I have Assamese friends who have helped me translate the language. Very dear friend Paula, and a very dear friend called Swapna, also from
Well,
Kerala.
this will be the first time I will be listening a song in Assamese language.
I know.
Uh, I'm sure there will be many people like me who will be
I
listening to that.
hope people don't, I do justice to the language, because one thing to speak the language, and it's completely another thing to sing it. So when you sing it, it takes on a whole new form, and you can butcher it actually. So I have to be very careful.
And when, at what time is your program is going to be live and broadcast? Do you have any idea, or IEGB is going to decide that?
I think IGB said something about it's going to be 6:30 a.m. India time, so it's probably a little later in the evening. on 15th.
And that will be on 15th of August, right?
Of course, I
On
think,
15th of August. Okay, excellent.
unless they changed it, and yeah, I think it is 15th August. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we cannot talk to you without you saying a few words in, in a lyrical language. So, uh, is there any way, like, some sort of a exciting patriotic song you can hum a couple of lines?
We
Sare
always
jahan
have
se
our
acha.
Sare Jahan Se Acha.
Yeah.
Sure. You want me to hum that? Sure.
Yes. I will actually sing it, not just hum
Sing
it.
it. Oh God, lyrics. I hope I don't. I remember the lyrics. सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा. Maybe I should have sung this song.
Okay, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, at the during the program, you mean?
I think उसका इतना बढ़िया मीनिंग है ना, हम बुलबुलें हैं इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा. So I think that is the bouquet of
Sure.
languages, which
And
is
you also have a connection with the Indian Army, Indian military as well. So
I do.
it's
So my family, we would be called what we call in the United States as the Gold Star family. When you lose a member of your family in during duty, your member of your family who's in the military, one of the armed forces. So my brother was a test pilot in the Indian Air Force, and he lost his life on duty in 1993. So ever since then, we have been extremely sensitive to the veterans' causes, and that is why I think we contribute a lot to the Veterans United States, and all our fundraising goes towards that.
sure.
And
Oh, and rather, when the Independence Day comes every year, and it's a very patriotic day for in India and here for us in Indian Americans as well. And thinking about your brother, what really goes through your mind at that time?
during the Independence Day, I'm very proud that my brother chose a line like that, despite the danger that comes with it. I'm very proud of all our soldiers, our armed forces, naval forces, and the Air Force. That there's still, ideally, I would like to see a country without war. We didn't have to have armed forces. I would see that, but that is a little utopian. And what else can I say? I pray for their safety. Every time there's an Independence Day, I know during the war and our independence, we lost a lot of lives, civil lives and military lives. So, it is tragic because I know a family is left shattered after that. Things never go back to normal. I wish it would never happen, but I'm very proud. And as a veteran, as a Gold Star family, I'll always stand shoulder to shoulder and encourage them, because what we cannot do is, not cheer them, because they thrive on that. We have to support them and cheer them on. As long as we have armed forces, we have to support them, no matter what.
Now, Mr. Vijay Kumar is not with us today, but can you talk a little bit about him, what he is going to sing and do during the program?
I know Vijay Prakash. He's a brilliant playback singer. He has.
So I said Vijay Kumar. I said Vijay Prakash.
Vijay
Right?
Prakash. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted
Vijay
to correct
Prakash.
it here.
He has sung for very good, very brilliant music composers like A.R. Rahman. He's the top composer I can think of. He has sung in all South Indian languages. I think his biggest song in Hindi is Jai Ho. I hope he sings that. And he has also performed in Boston. He performed in Berkeley. He sang with the Indian ensemble in Berkeley, and I was there for that, and he was amazing. He's a very talented man.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. And actually, we have written about him. I think, when we performed at the Berkeley College of Music, it was a few years ago. Yes.
Oh, yeah, a few years ago. After that, I think there was Shankar Mahadevan. He was probably one of the first. I don't know if he was the first. Maybe he was. No, there was Shivamani and others, I think. But there was Shreya Ghoshal followed, Shankar Mahadevan followed. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I know for the last couple of years, you have been very, very active with your songs and videos and productions and all those things. Anything you are foreseeing in the future, upcoming, anything or?
My God. Yes, there are a couple of projects in process. I released a song called Saath Do with Shan, who's a
Hmm.
playback singer in India. Recently, I think that was what? So the time is flying. Maybe last month it was
Hmm.
released. It was composed by Bappa Lahiri. And it was to talk about how we must all stand together. And these are tough times. And the lyrics were written by Samir Anjan ji. I think you interviewed us for that.
Yes, yeah, we did. I do remember that. Yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember
so
that.
that
Yes,
was
yeah.
released, and then these songs. I have to thank some brilliant musicians in Mumbai
Hmm.
for we are constantly on WhatsApp. They are almost like doctors. They are on call. So Kamlesh Bhatkamkar, Shruti Bhave, Nilesh, Archis, Vinayak, and Vijay Dayal, who mixes and gets all this ready, and he has mixed this entire show for us for IAGB. So these musicians are always, they have a very busy life. They are professional musicians, but they
Sure.
do me a favor and they don't do this. This is not what they do. But just for me, they help me, and very quickly, within overnight, within 24 hours, they create new tracks, new music for my
Yeah,
songs.
I do remember the interview. It was fantastic interview. Somehow we're not able to do it on the on the video, but I
Right.
still remember, the energy we had, and everybody was
Yeah.
online. So we
Yeah.
wrote a written piece. But
Mm-hmm.
is it possible you can just, since it's still we are in the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
catastrophe
Sure.
here, is it possible
Oh,
you can
yeah.
sing a couple of lines from
Of
that one?
course. Yeah, that will be. It's a beautiful song
Hmm.
written by Samir Anjan. Hmm. मुश्किलों के पल फिर जाएंगे निकल रख दिल में हौसला कुछ रोज तो संभल मुश्किलों के पल फिर जाएंगे निकल रख दिल में हौसला कुछ रोज तो संभल माना भी अंधेरा है आएगा आएगा सवेरा तुम अगर साथ दो साथ दो साथ दो तुम अगर साथ दो साथ दो I think those words are just so beautiful.
And Radha, this is a wonderful song to really, this is how I wanted to end this interview.
Gee.
It's really beautiful. And you sang it so beautifully, and the message is so powerful.
The message is so powerful. I think it will resonate with anybody who is going through any testing times. And I think these are very rough times. I don't know how long this will carry on. And
Yeah,
some these words you can just say them to yourself if you cannot sing it to yourself.
sure, sure,
Yeah.
exactly. We will put a link to that song in this video or the article which we will accompany with this one on India Day 2020 and your program.
I think India, we live in the United States, though we are all of Indian origin. So I think we must remember that some commonalities, common things that India shares with the United States is that the secularism, we are very tolerant, we are secular, we are multilingual. Those are the factors we must remember, and we must all be together. And to highlight that oneness, this show is for that, um, um, you know, oneness of India.
So, Anuradha, last question for you. On 4th of July, we celebrated US Independence Day here. And 15th of August, we are going to celebrate India's independence. Of course, you were born in India, raised there, and now you are American citizen here. So, tell us about these two independence celebrations.
Well, I think these two great nations, India and United States, are bound together by common values, secularism, and faith. So I think living here, we can come together and work together to for the good of mankind, and you know create so many good things in the future. So that's all I can think of right now, living in the United States.
Excellent. And again, thank you very much. And we will see your program on the 15th of August.
Yeah, thank you, Pendra, for
Sure.
talking to me again.
Nice talk
Thank
to
you
you.
very much.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.